Okay, so now that we know that exercise is a great way of relieving stress, let's take a look at what are actually the best stress relieving exercises that you can do. Now, after listening to the introduction, it'll probably come as no surprise to you to learn that my first recommendation for stress relieving exercise is cycling. Now, there's two ways that you can incorporate cycling into your stress relieving routine. The first way is, obviously, to actually get on your bicycle and go out for a cycle. Now, the alternative, if for whatever reason you don't want to go out cycling, maybe it's cold or wet, is to use an exercise bike. Now, this can be either an exercise bike that you keep at home and use at home, or alternatively, you can go to the gym and use the exercise bike there. So where and when should you cycle? Well, perhaps the obvious answer is to do it whenever possible, but there's one or two exceptions to this, and my own personal recommendation would be that you don't cycle to work. Now, it might sound like a good idea to cycle to work, but if your journey to work is anything like mine, then it'll be along lots of busy, congested roads, and after all, who wants to arrive at work with a lung full of traffic fumes and a little bit sweaty as well? No, my personal preference would be to cycle on quiet country roads wherever possible. Now, if it's not possible where you live, then take some time, maybe look at Google Maps or something like that, and look for some quieter roads around where you live, and maybe try to find out when those roads are going to be at their quietest. Now, if you're not going to go out cycling, then the alternative is to use an exercise bike. Maybe it's at the gym, whether it's your own home gym or an actual gym that you maybe are a member of. Now, there's two ways to do this. First of all, you can use a static exercise bike. Now, if like me, you have a bit of a dodgy back, there are two different types of exercise bike, and the one I like to use is the one shown in the picture to the right up above. This is what's called a recumbent exercise bike, and it allows you to cycle while still giving you a little bit of support for your back. Alternatively, if you're feeling energetic, then why not try a spin class? Now, this is a class led by an instructor which tries to simulate an actual cycle out in the countryside using different levels of resistance, which simulates cycling up and down hills. And so to summarise, why cycling is good for stress relief? Well, first of all, it's a cardio exercise. So by actually doing some hard exercise which gets your heart rate up, you help to burn off those stress hormones. And also remember, regular exercise makes you fitter, and the fitter you are, the better you're able to cope with stress. One of the main reasons that I enjoy cycling is because it's fun, and as well as that, I get to enjoy the great outdoors, and seeing some beautiful countryside is a great stress reliever too.